Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and in today's video we're gonna showcase some PvP. We're gonna go through all the PvP modes we have into the game, and I'm gonna tell about them, more specific about timeline battle, alliance tournament, and alliance conquest. And in PvP tab, this you can see it's the arena tab, where you can find the PvP modes. They consider our alliance battle extreme PvP mode, but it's mostly PvE mode. They consider them as a PvP mode only because the progress of the game makes you wanna build PvE characters, go to the top level, make your alliance being in the top 16. As you can see, I'm in top 5th. Worthy Origins, good you guys, we are keeping up. And you want to score high in ABX, and all this I'm doing generally. And because I'm generally doing PvE videos, I want to make, give some time to PvP. So before we go through the video, make sure you're gonna make me a favor and subscribe to the channel, guys. Like the video, drop a comment down below if you want to see something different for PvP. And of course, sorry for being here and not in my office with the comics, but I have a weird day and I figure out myself only at 12 o'clock at night. In the office there is people sleeping there, so I can't really record in my office. So we're gonna start recording in my bedroom. So yeah, pretty much what I wanted to say is if you manage to be in the top 16 of the Alliance Battle Extreme, you are able to participate into the Alliance tournament, and that has to do only with 1%, perhaps less, of the people are playing the game, because it's only 16% of it's only the top 16 alliance. We managed to be in the top 16 alliance last time. And what you need to play PvP, it's all about guard break immunity. And yes, seems like kind of weird, but that's all it takes. You need to have on every single character that's gonna be participating into your timeline battle, alliance conquest, or alliance tournament, having a CTP or a obelisk that has this thing here, guard break immunity. If your character don't have guard break immunity and the other character that you're going against got guard break immunity, means that the character gonna start casting the spells first, because they break your guard, so you can't cast, and they are casting first. So every single character that you're taking with you needs to have guard break immunity. Of course, everything you know about the guards still exists, that you have to have like 50% cooldown in your characters and 50% ignore defense. For the cooldown, there is a thing that most PvP players wants to have like 40% cooldown, and why they want to have 40% into their account, I'm gonna talk about that later. At the moment, keep that your stats want to be similar with PvE, but focusing on max HP and all defense and dodge. You want to have high stats on the cards also. So let's start from the basics. The basics is that you can't take one single character and attack to other character. Every single game mode is it's on teams. If you want to play PvP, you have to make a team. What makes the best team for you? First of all, the leadership. The leaderships needs to be something like that. You need to have a character that, as a leadership, has remove all debuffs. And you can find out the leaderships of the characters here in the passives, the down below. Active rate when debuffed, remove all debuffs. So when you're getting stunned, this thing is remove your debuffs for 12 seconds, and it has cooldown 20 seconds. Similar leaderships you can find in general in a lot of characters. And sentry is another. You can see you're getting an extra buff all attack, but the main thing is remove all debuffs. That's the second thing you want in your team, a remove debuff. After that, there is separate rules for the game modes. If you want to play on a game mode like Alliance Tournament and Alliance Conquest, you have all the characters competing in the same time. Let's see. Let's start from Alliance Tournament. For Alliance Tournament, the first phase is you have to form a team. You have to choose the characters that you want to participate into this game mode. You're choosing a team, and let's make my face smaller so we can see the names. As you can see here, from one side on the left is my alliance's names, and in the other side is from the other alliance beast meta we went against into this game mode. We form at some teams, and the teams I form, let's check it out. You can see a replay here against Zlaguzika. The team I made was with the leadership of a character that gonna make me debuff all the debuffs, and the rest of the character was pretty solid PvP characters. Pretty solid PvP characters, and the best meta characters considered in this moment into the game is Thanos, Adam Warlock, and Doctor Doom. After these three, there is characters like Emma Snow, like Emma Frost, I mean, not Emma Snow, Emma Frost, Spider-Man, there is Blue Marvel, there is some characters that they can stand alone into the meta. There is characters like Wolverine, but they are mostly they are used if you are missing these three characters. If you have these three characters, the team, you can see if we go through the replays of the other teams, you're gonna figure out most of the teams. Let's see this team here. Let's see the first one. I just clicked the first one, but I guess yes, you can see it's similar teams. The Bright Spark did skip using Adam Warlock. Perhaps he don't have him build it as a PvP, and he managed to take a Hela. Hela is giving a support buff. That's why he chose that. I mean, the team ups here, you can see he lost because the enemy had 3 DPS, and my guy Brad Spark had one support. The one support cost him the victory. Because if you have 3 characters, good DPS attacking in the same time is better than having a support, at least for Alliance Tournament meta. That's the characters you need to choose. But you see, there were 3 characters fighting in the same time. The same rules exist in Alliance Conquest. You have 3 characters attacking in the same time. If you see here, the most normal thing to have is characters like you can see here. This character, Molecule Man, has a leadership, removes all debuff. Supergiant also. Sentry also. Mephisto also. Silver Surfer also. Thanos also. There is some exceptions like our girl here, I can't remember her name. Let's go through and find out ourselves. She is here. She is Miss Potts Rescue, yes. And she has a leadership saying something really specific. She gives to all the characters below 90%, 99% a HP shield. So yes, there is some leadership that are unique and you want to use on PvP. But the basis is using characters like Sentry and having the remove debuff thing. In the second team, mostly, as you can see, they're using team ups and characters that they are not that good. That's because you're giving all your hopes in the first team, and the second team, you just want to use the other characters. Because if you want to participate in Alliance Conquest, every single time you need to use a team 6 characters instead of only 3. Let's go below, and if you see here, I'm gonna show you some Alliance Conquest videos I already record for you, and that's with teams I used to use in this game mode. I'm using leadership of Thanos with double support. That's something you would like to do. If you see, I saw that the enemies had no remove all debuffs. They had no leadership. So I took advantage of it and I used Thanos with double support so Thanos can kill them instantly. One team is this: Thanos, Colossus, and something else to support him. There is multiple teams you could use. Here I'm using Null, and with the symbiote, with the other symbiotes. Perhaps I'm losing, but Null has a passive ability, basically a leadership, that remove all debuffs from all the symbiotes. So a team up you could use is Null leadership with Carnage and Venom, and you could take advantage of it. And the good part is that if you kill a character that can revive as Cersei, I already killed Cersei. So in the second team up, there's gonna be no Cersei. Another leadership really good, it's Spider-Woman, and it has to do only with spider type characters. Here I'm going against one really good meta team. It's Thanos with double support again. You can see the enemies has the same thinking like I'm having. So it's not like me just saying stuff. You can see here, my Spider-Man managed to kill enemy Thanos just because he had remove all debuff and he is really good and meta for PvE. So you can go there and mimic the teams I'm using. Here I'm using the rescue leadership. You can see I'm going against the super meta team of Thanos, Hela and Colossus. Here Thanos getting double support by Hela and Colossus, but my characters, cause they're 3 attacking and they're having the HP shields, managed to kill Thanos. Thanos is the best choice here to go for, but if you're playing with a smart team like the team I'm playing here, you can manage to kill the meta teams. It's not like if you see Thanos you can do nothing. Here I'm using the Doctor Doom's team against Shang-Chi team. You can see there I managed to kill them also. I'm just showcasing you some gameplay from Alliance Conquest, guys, to see some teams and get some ideas. If you see every single enemy and me also, the second team is not that strong. Everyone wants to get rid of their useless tier 2 characters. So mainly in Alliance Conquest, you want to use a team that it's meta and really useful for killing the enemy. But mostly all your hopes every single time is on the first team you're gonna use. Your first team is the good team. You can see there is similar teams all the time. It's not because everyone thinking that, the same characters. It's because you need to use the same motive every single time. A leadership with removal debuffs, a support, a DPS or both DPS, or 3 good DPS with leadership. But leadership is the main role every single time. Now let's go to the build of every single character. Let's say that I'm choosing this team. I'm choosing this team just because I want to have a leadership. I want to have a support, so I take advantage of teams that doesn't really use supports. And you can see the support buff is this one for Colossus. That's why you're seeing everyone's using Colossus, because he had 50% decreased damage from supervillain and superheroes. So, and also reflects 65% of the damage and physical reflect. That's super duper buff that you're getting for all of your characters all the time. And the leadership and the card build and the meta build basically for every single character is using this thing here, protect the captain, for ISO set. And that's because Protect the Captain provides you all the PvP things you need into the game. It's all defense, max HP, dodge, recovery rate, ground control, and a proc with all defense. All defense proc is way more important than any other thing you could get, because 32% of max HP into 1 minute, it's pretty much nothing, because you're getting so many heals from your abilities, you're getting a lot of stuff, and 1 minute, it's way a lot that you can stay alive. You could get 32% heal once. And also you can see here that this thing is not giving all defensive stats, gives all attack and gives also critical rate. That it's pretty useless for PvP if you want to stay alive PvP, the hardcore PvP. Here you can see this set feels really more PvP because it's all basic defense and it's movement speed at critical damage. But still, you have to be, full, not using this set that provides you all the PvP stuff and also 40% all defense. All defense 40% for 20 seconds, it's pretty important because it's something that the enemy can't bypass. In binary power also you're getting heal. The heal, it's not provides you any real. Another set, good PvP set, is this one because has also all defense. but pretty much the meta set is these things that gives you all defense. This one is also cool, but gives you a shield. This shield can, the enemies can bypass you by with pierce ignore that provides you, penetration, makes you pierce the shields. So there is mechanism in the game that you can pierce the shields. After that, you want to have double HP urus and the uru that gives you double HP, the Odin's Blessing that gives you double HP. As you can see, all the characters I'm using for PvP, I want to have, physical attack, double the attack and double the HP, and one double HP Odin's Blessing every single time. The rest of the build, it's pretty similar with PvP, with PvE, but you want to have every single time in your artifact decreased pierce received. This artifact is really important. The top thing is not that important, the destruction and all this stuff. You want to have guard break immunity as I start, and you want to choose every single time the HP bonus you are getting here. It's pretty important. You can skip the all attack stuff, but the HP is something you want to have every single time. So after that, let's go and find the good team to fight against. Feels like you're spending gold, but the gold you're spending is way less than the crystals you're gonna get the end of the week. Let's see here. This team got the same buffs with us. They got a leadership that removes the debuffs, and they got Colossus. So I'm gonna skip that. I want to find a team like this. This team feels like it has less buffs than my team, because my team got Colossus, but their team don't have Colossus. If you're playing timeline battle, you need to understand that the enemy is auto playing. So the smartest way to do is go and play manually against him. But that's not the case every single time. There is characters like Sentry, the enemy plays. If you do the combo 2, cancel 5, cancel 4, and make all the damage in the same time, you're winning a lot of stuff from that. But believe me guys, if I play manually Dr. Doom, I can't really kill this Sentry or do that of a lot of stay alive against Thanos. That's because this game, the game we're playing, it's not made for PvP actually. It's made for putting some cartoons, some characters, playing by themselves and do the skills with a rotation. That's why you can't really mimic the rotations that the game is doing, and it's way better letting the game play by itself. Here Thanos managed to tier 3 me in the face. His Thanos destroyed me, I lost. But I had great chances winning there because my characters had an advantage against the other characters. And let's go to another team. How should I pick another team? Okay, let's go against this team. We're saying you don't really want to have Thanos as a leadership, because in the start the characters has a cooldown on their skills. So you want to sacrifice the first character. That's why I'm putting Dr. Doom. And after you sacrificing your first character, you want the other characters to fill their skills. That's why I'm using Dr. Doom first and not Thanos. The better leadership for this game mode is Thanos's, but Thanos perhaps dies in the start, so you want to keep him alive until he's able to use all of his skills. As you can see here, I'm losing again. So yes, let me show you here. Thanos got an advantage. My Thanos got an advantage against the enemy Thanos, but still he was able to kill me there. Okay, I'm failing into showcasing how to stay alive in timeline battle. But the mechanics is pretty much the same. You want to have every single time a leadership that removes all debuffs and go against characters that you are considering having better supports and better luck. Let's go against this guy. Sentries are really pain, but the current meta is the best character being Thanos, Dr. Doom and Adam Warlock. That's why you're saying that, okay, I could survive a Sentry. But you can see, Sentry can kill a lot of characters. You can see here, Dr. Doom is doing his iframes perfectly. I can't really mimic this thing, guys. The game is made for autoplay. for timeline battle, the smartest thing to do is find the teams and put the characters fight themselves. Because if you don't do that and you try to cancel skills, you're gonna lose instead of win. I have tried playing manually, and really only Sentry makes sense playing manually from the current meta. Sentry is one of the characters that, okay, let's swap here, let's put Thanos first. Let's see if I'm gonna win any single match. Let's see my luck here. You can see my Thanos didn't had any problem killing the enemy's Thanos because I had some more buffs than him. But generally, guys, the most important thing that you should know about PvP of this game is that there's no PvP in this game. The only PvP is that the PvP you think you're playing, because you are playing always against the AI. I mean, another player sets the teams, but you're playing against the AI every single time. You're not playing against players. After they delete Danger Room, there's no actual PvP. You're playing against teams. So the smartest way is letting the AI play by yourself. I had some guys in my channel asking me why I'm always losing, why I should use Thanos protect the captain, because I can use a PvE set on ISO, get some power and go use all his skill and kill the enemy. I mean, that's kind of tactic, you know, play manually, but it's not working every single time. The enemies, if you stay into the skills iframe, sometimes save your life. So you would rather, you prefer every single time having guard break immunity, a leadership with remove all debuffs, and pretty stacked up PvP-ish characters. You know, you want things that gives you all defense, that decrease spears, that gives you, makes you beef up. That's why the top players every single time got a lot of HP, because you want to make fat your characters and stay alive into the Alliance tournament. So let's go back to Alliance tournament. Most of you know how Alliance Conquest and timeline battle works, so I'm gonna explain about Alliance tournament. As I told you in the start, you're choosing a team. You can't really swap the team, and you have one option here to make your attack. When you're making your attack, you need to choose an enemy, and an enemy need to choose you. I choose this guy there, I won. I could win, but the game is counting the victories and the losses you had, and the winner at the end of the day. So day 1 you can make the team, day 2 you can fight. If you fight and you win, you're making to the next phase. The next phase is this phase. As you can see, the team won us. Beast Meta lost by IDF Glory, and IDF Glory. Let's see a match here. This match, let's say the enemy. Let's see what they're using. You're gonna see the team up I was using, and Spider-Man instead of Doctor Doom. You can see here this team ups is pretty solid, but the point is that IDF Glory did a lot more victories than the enemies last meta, and because of that, IDF Glory, as you can see, they won, and they managed to go into the next phase. They are going here, and in the last, this is the final, and this is the little final for 3rd and 4th place. The winners of this tournament, they're getting a box. What I'm talking about, let me show you. The box you're getting, you can see here, yes, that's the winners. Yes, the first reward, getting this box, mythic, legendary, heroic. I'm gonna get a heroic chest and 50,000 gold. One guy who is going to perform the best into this gonna take 5,500 crystals. The rest of us gonna take a box that could have a ISO or nothing. So what that says to you, don't go for top 10 ABX and top 16 alliance in ABX and play PvP, because there is no rewards. Yeah, that's from the one side, but from the other side, there is a new game mode you could participate, and that make me feel like I want to build more PvP, my my account, my set on cards. That's why I managed to have 58% max HP from 20% when I start switching my cards for PvP. So yeah, what's it's the end of the end of the flavor I want to let in your mouth. It's using guard break immunity, remove the buff leadership, and choose teams with brain. You want to have characters that they are gonna stay alive, and that you want to have to beef your characters as more as you can, and use them as autoplay in all game modes, even timeline battle, because you are having an advantage. I hope I helped you a bit with PvP. It's kind of weird in our game, but everything you want to ask, please drop it below in the comments, because there is a lot of stuff I could do for PvP, but I feel like people gonna bored. If you have an idea, drop it and help me to how to showcase more PvP, how to, if you want me to make a top 10 or something. There is a lot of stuff I could do, but most of the people are not really giving a lot of effort in PvP, and they don't really believe in it. So I hope I helped you decide what you're gonna build next. I hope to make you understand how some game modes work, and I'm gonna be here to answer into your comments. See you in the next. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and of course go down below in the description and participate into the 10 Tony Stark stars giveaway I'm doing. See you in the next, and thank you for being here, guys. I hope I make you smile a bit, and we're close to 1K, so yes, thank you for that. I have more than 950 now we're talking subscribes, so you're supporting and I feeling nice. I hope you feel nice also. See you in the next video, guys. Bye bye to everyone.